everybody, we're in the Sunshine State here in Florida for Panthers hockey. Will we get a rat trick on the ice tonight with EA Sports? We are just seconds away now from puck drop. The Sabres win the opening face-off, and we are underway with this one. And that's a smart heads-up play by Barkov. Ekblad stick handling in his own zone. Reaches out with the trapper and just gets enough of it to keep it out of the net. Shot! And that goes off a player in front. The Panthers gain control of the puck. Oh, what a move against the zone.
This is a great entry, and now you can attack. You've spread out the zone and created a ton of opportunity for yourself.
Quick pass across to Verhaeghe. Picked up by Darlene. Slick feed. Shot! And a great save. Slides it back to the blue line. Denies him again.
That's a fantastic sequence.
It's a 2-on-1. Sends it across. To score! Streaking in, and they finish it.
What a beautiful play as they catch their opponent flat-footed on transition, and they create the numerical advantage. Odd man rush, perfectly executed. Speed, puck movement, and of course finish.
The Panthers strike first here in the opening frame. A relatively early goal here in this one.
Well, you can see that the team is starting to settle in, and it's typically halfway through the period when you can see who's got the legs and who doesn't. But it's been a consistent effort. Now they've got the lead. Hey, often when they get the lead, they finish the game with the lead. So it's a nice way to start the game.
Florida's got a hold of it against the wall. The Panthers are on the attack. Here's a blast from the boards. And he makes the save on that play. Gets it over to McLeod. Broken up at center by Rodriguez. Quick feed to Reinhart. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. Takes the feed at the back end. Takes a bump but still hangs on to the puck. And he can't hang on after that hit. The Sabres have it now. And a smart heads-up read to come up with the puck.
Florida's been working hard away from the puck, and they're using their awareness to take away angles and seams. And this is something they're doing with their stick positioning. Coach talked about it pregame, how important it was going to be.
Darlene's defensive game is his primary focus, guys, but don't be surprised if he jumps in on the attack. Marchand's known for staying engaged and winning those battles for loose pucks, guys. That's his no-contest zone ability, and it's how he keeps things going for his club. Let's see if one of these stars can give their team the upper hand in this matchup. Back to you now.
Florida's won the draw. They take possession here in the open ice. Looks like there's a delayed penalty being called here by the officials. Good stand-up hit. Looks to set up at the point now. Whistle blown, stopping the play.
When you're down a goal, you can't generate any offense if you're short-handed. They're going to have to be opportunistic, find a way to kill it off, and then reset the momentum.
The Panthers will have a chance to get on the power play for the first time this evening.
First opportunity on the power play in this game. Specialty teams are the difference so many times in a game. Huge for them to set the tone and really get the setup and the looks they're looking for.
Knocks the puck away in the open ice. Into the offensive zone down the right wing. Buffalo's going to be able to kill a few seconds off now with the puck. Sends the feed in front. And that's intercepted. The Panthers have it now. And here's the pass to Ekblad. Takes the puck into the corner of the offensive end. Here's a short pass to Ekblad. Puck picked up by Rodriguez. Stops him cold. Tries to get the puck to Power. And that's broken up in the defensive zone by Rodriguez. Gaining momentum up along the side. Easily turned aside by Luukkonen. Takes the puck as the clock ticks down on the penalty kill. The Panthers can't convert on the power play. Both sides are back to even strength. And he shut the door on that last play.
Well, that power play needs to have more urgency, all perimeter movement. Someone has to pay the price and get to the most coveted spot on the ice, and that is right in front of the tender.
Picked up along the boards by Zucker. Winds up, lets it go, and that's deflected off someone in front. Tries to get it over to Tkachuk. Oh, the home team is reeling here inside the defensive zone. The fans are nervous. Now it's picked up by the defense. There's the horn, much to the benefit of some very tired defenders. Still 2 periods to go. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a fun one tonight. A chance for both teams to refuel. They are back on the ice, and period number 2 is about set to go. Here we go, middle frame now underway as the puck drops. Well, Cheryl, how do you sum this one up through the first 20 minutes?
Buffalo's not going to want to change much from that opening frame, James. They got a little bit unlucky there, and their opponent got opportunistic as they're now trailing by 1. But they can continue to manage the puck, own possession time, and convert.
All alone! Here's a chance! And that's stopped!
Well, he's really feeling a play from earlier on the shift, James, and now he's wincing on his way back to the bench. He's going to need some assistance here to get off the ice.
The Sabres cross the blue line and are on the attack. Knocked off the puck. And now he moves it quickly to Barkov.
Thompson's not going to be able to get away from the booze and the chance every time he touches the puck, all because of that play earlier where he hurt their player.
Along the right side into the offensive zone. Turns him away. Moves it to Byram. Into the offensive zone. Let's get the call.
Well, the bench doesn't like this call, James. It's untimely to say the least with that 1-goal lead. Now the PK unit, they got to get out there and they got to do a job.
And the power play unit takes to the ice their first chance to try to make something happen in this game.
Well, a timely power play at this juncture of the game, James, to even it up. This is huge for this power play. Your big stars, they need to shine.
Another big face-off looming as this power play rolls on here tonight. Bennett's won the draw deep in the defensive zone. Oh, what a collision there!
Well, that's just an absolutely huge hit, James. And there's going to be a stoppage in play here because I think that pane of glass is broken.
Bennett's ready for the draws. They will continue to try to kill off this penalty. Florida's got the puck after winning the defensive zone faceoff. Takes it off. Look out! Bobrovsky's going to slow it down here and hang on for the whistle.
Well, a good decision right there to dictate the tempo of the game, especially when he hasn't been busy. He's engaging right now.
Chance to reset here on the draw on this man advantage. Norris wins the offensive zone faceoff, and here we go. Angles it over to Quinn. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Stopped by the goaltender. The Sabres take possession here in the open ice. And that's intercepted by Nosek. The Panthers take it along the wall. Quick pass to Quinn. The Sabres look to start the transition game. Moves it to Norris. Sends the pass in front. And he denies that great opportunity there. Sends it out in front. Oh, off the iron.
Hunnin standing up, ready to go.
Both teams back at even strength with the 1-goal lead still there. Scores! And they tuck it into the back of the net.
Wrong there, James. I think they waved this off immediately. This goal is not going to count.
Well, they obviously didn't like the call, but not a lot of time to dwell on it as we are ready to get play back underway. Thompson's won the draw at center. And a good heads-up defensive play in the open ice. Looks to make a play over to Rodriguez. And that caroms off a body in traffic. And that slides right out to center ice. Moves it quickly over to Rodriguez. We got a penalty coming up here. Whistle stops the play.
Such a tough penalty to take when the game's within reach. They're looking for the equalizer. Now they find themselves shorthanded.
Reinhart's got an opportunity to help the power play score here, guys. One way he can do that is by using his zone ability to get them going. Let's see how it goes here.
Buffalo's won the face-off deep in their own end. Taken by Byram. Puck is cleared out of the defensive zone. Looks to pass it to Tkachuk. Oh, he'll feel that one. Florida's got the puck against the half wall. Incredible reflexes on the glove save by Luukkonen. Here they come down the right side and on the attack. The Panthers take possession in the defensive end. Shot along the wall. Denies the chance by blocking it. Oh, and a misfire as that goes right out of the zone. Goalie plays it up. Looks to get the puck over to Marchand. Looking to set up offensively. He's in front. Oh, he comes up with a stop. Quick feed to Greenway. Passes the puck over to Tkachuk. Man advantages up. Both teams back to even strength.
A tremendous job by the PK units, James, to get out there and show hard work. This is exactly... Oh, hold on, James. Looks like there's going to be a call right there.
Florida's got it along the wall. Here he is with the backhander. And he denied him there. Jostling for the puck and he loses control. Play whistle dead. Penalty coming up.
Whoever has a role in this PK unit knows that they not only have to kill this penalty off and keep the game within reach, but maybe they can be opportunistic and pounce on a loose puck for an opportunity.
Florida's got another opportunity here on the man advantage.
They haven't scored on the power play yet, but they have another opportunity. The key to this one, gain possession so they can set up.
Puck is dropped and we are back underway. Nice job to escape the zone. Looking to break out here on the power play. Look at this down the right wing. They're on the attack. Along the wing up the neutral zone. And just a good old-fashioned solid body check on the play. From off the wall and onto his stick. And that play's broken up. Fires it on net. Big time stop. Handles the puck. And he's bowled over to the ice and loses the puck. And that's broken up with a stick in front. Grabs the puck here in their own end. And they get the puck out of the defensive end. Oh, absolutely hammers them. And now it's grabbed by Dahlin. Tucks out of the box and both sides are back to even strength.
Oh, when you get the nod to hit the ice on a power play, you want to execute at least 20% of the time, and all these players are heading back to the bench, and they're deflated.
At center ice now, he grabs the puck. Here's a short pass to Rodriguez. Takes a shot. On target. Well, there you go. 40 minutes in the books. All right, friends, go grab yourself some water, get hydrated, and then buckle up because we got an exciting third period coming up in moments. Time to drop the puck here in period number 3. All right, the puck is... dropped on the third and final frame. Cheryl, 40 minutes in the books now played. How do you view this one?
The Sabres don't need to change their game plan, James. I mean, they're trailing by 1 goal, but they found a way to own the puck for the majority of the game, and this is a good sign anytime you're holding the puck. Now it's about being opportunistic and finding a way to get some net front presence and put one by the tender.
Buffalo's gained possession along the boards. Enters the offensive zone from the left. And that's put away by Jones. Trying to clear the puck from his own end. And manages to clear the zone. Quick pass to Byram. They gain the offensive zone from the middle. Chance in front.
Chuck's got a chance to use his zone ability to help the power play put one up on the board here, guys. Let's see how they do.
The Clouds won it in their own end. Gains the zone from the right. And he loses possession of the puck after trying to make one too many moves.
The Cloud's so difficult to stop in tight, and he's got magic hands, but unfortunately this time it doesn't go his way as he tries to get a little nifty. Sometimes simple is the best way to go.
Oh, what another stop! In front of the net, the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play. Verhaeghe's looking to win this draw on this man advantage here. Florida's won it, now they'll go on the attack. Oh, and that's over the net.
Looks like he bear down on his bottom hand and just sent that one over the top bar.
Along the right wall and into the offensive end. Score! Right with the man advantage, and they make it click.
You know it's a hard shot when the goaltender gets a big piece of it, but it still trickles in.
We haven't even hit the midway mark of the period. Florida's really controlled the pace of play these last few minutes, leading by 2. The Sabres looking against the half wall. Florida's got it in their own zone. Puts it on net, and that banks off a stick. Picked up along the wall by Marchand. And it's a quick pass to Petrie. Oh, slick work with the glove by Luukkonen. Into the offensive end, right up the middle. Here we go, one-man rush. Lead pass ahead. And a good save on the play as action continues.
Well, this is an incredible save, James. It's anticipation as well. Recognize that the shooter...
Oh, denies him on the play.
And this is a great...
Score! Said better late than never, right?
Yeah, James, sometimes it feels like you're never going to put one in. It could be the ocean and you'd miss it, but they get one late in the game, and hey, sometimes when the floodgates open, many come. He gets the shot off the most coveted area on the ice, right in front of the paint, doesn't allow the goalie to get set up, and puts it home.
The Sabres definitely needed that one here in the third.
You feel their energy amping up as they get through this third period, and they'll need to have their best hockey at the last if they want to get back in this one.
Puck scooped up by Jones. Sends it over to McLeod. Slithering feed! And he shuts down a great scoring chance there. Fires away! Oh, you gotta love the effort as he blocks that. And a great read to turn that play aside.
Bobrovsky's been dialed in right from puck drop, James. I mean, he's made the key save that he's need to make, and it's all about, for a tender, managing the momentum swings of the game, and the timeliness of the saves have really given his team an opportunity.
Hammers the shot, makes the save, and putting out the fire in front. Here's a blast, and that's broken up. Florida's got the puck, and that's picked off in the defensive end. Breakaway, sends it in front. That's stopped. Back at the point, they set it up. Grabs it and rips it. Oh, how did he get a glove on that? What a stop by Bobrovsky.
The goaltender, they have to have talent, they have to have mobility, and they have to be able to track the puck, but they have to have a willingness to find it and fight for any second shot, and that's exactly what happens here. Out-battling, out-willing, and you make the save.
Carlton's got the answer as to who had the better night.
Dahlin's worked hard, and even though he hasn't got on the scoreboard, I've liked his game, guys. I'm giving him the edge here.
Thompson's won the draw. The Sabres played along the boards. Here he is on the backhand. And a strong effort on that play.
That's a great save, but the goaltender had to get out to the top of his crease, take away all the ice, and make himself as big as possible.
Huge steal in his own end. Final minute to go here in the third. Sends will get a stoppage in play. Buffalo's put plenty of pucks on net here tonight, but they still trail late in the third. The Panthers win the draw. Jones works the puck in his own zone. Shot! Drills them! The Sabres have it against the wall. Takes the feed from the wing. Play is called for offside. Here in the late goings of the period, the Panthers lead at 2-1 in what has been an entertaining game thus far. Receives the pass. Pokes it away in his own end. Moves the puck into the attacking area. And he stops that cannon there. Wow. Gains the zone from the right side. And a nice takeaway in the defensive end by Kulikov. There's a hit on the play. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Good defensive effort to poke it away. Here's a blast! Oh, at the buzzer, a big save! Final buzzer sounds, and this one's in the books. The Panthers pick up the win, and Cheryl, you really got to look at special teams. They generated those opportunities and took advantage.
Yeah, and they were able to get the man advantage because they were putting their opponent in vulnerable spots. That's what happens when you dictate play, but you have to capitalize. They did a great job of it.
Hope everyone had as much fun as we did here tonight. For all of us at EA Sports, I'm James Cybulski saying peace.